As a creator, I have to determine if getting a particular fragrance is not only something that I want, but something that I want to showcase on the channel, especially when I have multiple flankers. And in this case, it's about the Stronger With You lineup. I currently have like 7 of them, which consist of Stronger With You Absolutely, Stronger With You Amber, Stronger With You Intensely, Stronger With You Only, Stronger With You Oud, and Stronger With You Tobacco. And I'm contemplating, do I need Stronger With You Leather? So before making that decision, I picked up the inspiration instead. Now, is this gonna be one-to-one? I have no idea. But what this is gonna do is give me a blueprint to see if this is a fragrance that I'm gonna put in the collection worthy of its full comparison and review.
5 stars.
Or if it's just a wild redundancy level, which some of the Stronger With You fragrances have, with mild tweaks that really don't make it worth it.
Perfectly said.
So in this case, this'll help me do it. Let's roll my fucking music so we can check out 𝑑𝐸's version of Stronger With You Leather and see if it's worth a cop.
We're all alone, yeah, that's friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I wanna be
Listen, one of my beautiful peoples, you know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐷𝐸. Shout out to 𝑑𝐸 for sponsoring today's video, and shout out to me for selecting this in order for me to potentially save some more money. It's a good gauge for me if I can get this shit for free to see if I want to get the full bottle that I'm gonna have to pay for and let you guys know if it's good or it's whack. It's fucking win-win.
This is a win-win-win scenario for everyone.
I mean, let's be clear, being a creator does have its advantages. What do you think, 11 years of work doesn't get me benefits? Puh. So what I want to do before I smell the fragrance is look up the notes real quick, see if there's something there that sparks my interest and kind of deviates from the rest of the lineup, which I kind of doubt there is. Because although I have 7 of the fragrances, there's a lot of similarities within the Stronger With You lineup, which is a solid lineup that gets compliments. But let's be clear, they gotta switch up things a little bit more for it to be interesting for those to collect that kind of lineup. So the notes of this fragrance are, we're looking at chestnut, elemi, lavender, followed by tender sage, vanilla, leather, gaiac wood, and agar wood. Seems pretty simple, direct, and to the point. So I have a feeling that it's going to be very much in line with the Stronger With You DNA, with maybe a more bumped up leathery nuance, but I feel like you kind of got that from the original Stronger With You or the Intensely version. But let's see what kind of energy 𝗂𝐸 has on this 𝗂𝐸 leather version to see if it's worth it for me to even cop the original and do a comparison between both. Here we go. Stronger With You DNA, I mean, without a shadow of a fucking doubt.
I'm God.
Now, surprisingly, I am getting more of a suede nuance out of this fragrance, but the Stronger With You DNA is just so upfront and so direct that it kind of has me digging for the additional notes to justify that it's different upon the opening. Let me let this shit get some air.
A few minutes later.
Alright. So without making this a complicated video, this is absolutely a sexy fall and winter style fragrance. There's nothing here that's off-putting at all, like the other Stronger With You DNA. There is a suede component, at least in this variant, like the rest of the Stronger With You flankers have a different variant. But is it enough for me to justify getting a full bottle? And at this moment off the test strip, I'm leaning towards no.
I think I'll pass.
Okay, all right.
You get the dark, resinous, slightly sugary, Swedish aspect. There isn't much of a bright element here. I'm not getting like any bergamot blast or any citric openings. It's very warm, cozy. You do get that nutty chestnut component, almost roasted kind of situation. And it has nothing but massive amount of mass appeal energy. I don't specifically pinpoint this for a summertime fragrance, but as I've been saying lately, because it just kind of spawned into my brain. Summertime vibes, you're only outside when you're on the beach, especially lately that the world is burning. You're in air conditioning situations 98% of the time, including your vehicle. So therefore, is there really a need for very citricy summertime fragrances if you're in AC all the time?
Not for me, mate.
Let me go on skin with this joint, because that's really gonna be the final. They're still consistent with the distribution. That's gonna be the final determination on if this is going to be a potential cop. That's kind of why these clone brands do come in clutch on balling on a budget, because if you don't have any of those fragrances or are really looking to roll the dice and spend $150, $180, $200 nowadays, as some of these designer prices have been going up, this is obviously a cheaper version, and considering they put discounts on the website consistently, you're never really paying retail. Let's see what this shit does on skin though. You do get a ton more leather on skin, and that really caught me off guard. It's very leather prominent off of skin raw. Damn, that kind of makes the test strip a little bit of a liar. There's a ton more leather on skin. Wow. It's actually beautiful leather on skin. Like goose pimpy leather, like mild goose pimpies. Wow, it becomes way more heightish and the sweetness really reduced a decent amount. Like, holy shit. Like, look at the goose pimpies, fam. How one's energy changes oh so quickly. These fucking test strips are a liar, dog.
You're lying. And you're a piece of shit.
Let me let this dry down for a second, because now I'm just like, my energy's completely changed.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hold up. That's why, you know, I do a lot of test strip testing, and I do obviously do a ton of skin testing, but first impressions really threw it off with this test strip, as the sweetness and that nuttiness and that resinous kind of caramelization energy with a mild bit of Swedish energy is what I was getting from this scent right off the test strip. However, switching it up, testing it on skin, you're getting a ton of leather. Forget the Swedish aspect. It's more heightish leather with a little bit of a dryness. The sweetness of the Stronger With You DNA is absolutely present. It isn't going anywhere. It's all in that same flanker energy. But the leather off the skin is absolutely like fucking spot on money. I mean, for me to get mini goose pimples on a fucking fragrance that I was just shitting on in the first 5 minutes is fucking incredible.
I'm nobody.
Now the fragrance is becoming more of a skin scent. It doesn't feel like it's a performance beast right off of rip. Could be maceration issues as usual, but the leather nuance is definitely there. The sweetness has reduced a decent amount, making the leather very prominent and up forward. The fragrance still has no citric energy, giving it some liveliness. So I still say that if you're like going specifically, I need something citric, live, aquatic-y, whatever, to just represent summertime for me, this shit ain't gonna be it, because this is hoodie season, papo. There is a level of classiness, nuttiness here. There's a subliminal kind of after incense smell that I'm getting off of my skin, which is not off-putting at all. It's kind of holy and mysterious in a certain way. But right now, at its full dry down state, it's good, it's handsome, it's a possible compliment grabber. But although the leather is prominent, that Stronger With You DNA is so prevalent and so nasally visible that it's questionable that if you have a few other of the Stronger With You fragrances, if the OG version is gonna be redundant. Now this one is the more affordable aspect, so this kind of doesn't even matter. This is kind of like you can absolutely buy it for 30, 40 bucks or whatever the case may be and not really second guess your financial decisions.
You need to diversify your bonds.
But in this particular case, I'm using this as a guide to see if it's worth it for me to get the original, considering I have 7 other flankers in that lineup. And the answer is not really, because I have others that really kind of remind me of this scent. Although the leather notes on this one are more prominent and they stick out a little bit more, still, on full dry down, it's not enough to warrant a full bottle purchase. Now let's circle back using a different scenario. If you don't have any Stronger With You fragrances or inspirations, this could be one that you use as a starting point, because you got the sex appeal, you got the sweetness that's consistent throughout the entire Stronger With You lineup, but now you got leathery nuances that are definitely kicked up on skin that essentially kind of takes up the space of like at least 3 fragrances in the lineup. Like you can just eliminate those with one fragrance, so it kind of doesn't make it worth it for somebody who has a few of them. But if you have none of them, this is a great fucking starting point. It's handsome, it's bold. The performance on this one is subpar currently without its maceration. We throw it in the fridge for about a week or 2 and see how that shit changes, but we're going off of right now, which is not amazing performance, but you're getting a 40-some odd $ fragrance without spending $100 and something to see if this is a proper starting point for you. Just putting it out there. Performance is subpar right now. Leather nuance is incredible on skin, sucks on paper. The sweetness, the resinous, the nuttiness, that ambery sexiness, that Stronger With You flow is a very solid option. It's up to you if this makes sense, but if you have a solid Stronger With You lineup, it might not make sense. And that's just the nature of the fragrance game. You gotta pick and choose what way you're gonna go. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested with the Stronger With You leather variant that Dua offers. Let me know which particular inspirations you're looking for in the comments below. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Hungover as fuck, because in the summertime, we drink a couple pina coladas. Well, men can't drink pina coladas. Smooch.
Don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.